What would you do if you thought your son was a psychopath? On day 3 of 31 Days of Horror, we are watching M.O.M, or Mothers of Monsters. This is a movie about Abby, a single mother who has a 16-year-old son that she thinks is a psychopath. Everyone around her, including doctors, don't believe her, so she decides to document everything, recording with her phone, but also hidden cameras around the house. This film is a found footage film, but it's more so her filming with her cell phone, but also all the security cameras that she puts around the house to round this film out. This isn't your typical found footage either because it doesn't have a lot of shaky cam. I mean, she doesn't even really film with her phone a lot of times either. A lot of times it's all the security cam footage, so it makes sense us seeing the video of parts that it wouldn't really make much sense that someone would be recording in that situation. This isn't much of a horror film, more so a psychological thriller. For most of the film, we are cutting to a screen of someone going through a bunch of documents on a computer and clicking on a bunch of video files, which is most of what we're watching during the film. We learn a lot about Jacob's past, like he self-harms and he has a crazy childhood and he just wasn't all that good of a little kid. He's also killed animals and got kicked out of school in the past. Abby took his PlayStation away because he decided to cut off all the heels off of her shoes. During the movie, she shows us evidence of him being a potential psychopath, like his room and the contents of his room and a bunch of creepy stuff that he has in there. He has weird drawings in his closet and a mask with a questionable symbol on it, and also plans of his school to do something bad. There are a ton of red herrings though that kind of contradict her points. But one thing we can agree on is he does have severe anger problems and he is one angsty teenager. The performance by the leads are pretty good, and I think they have some pretty good chemistry on film. I will say the casting is kind of all over the place though. The mom has blonde hair, the son has brown hair, and for whatever reason the grandma is Hispanic looking, and also he's supposed to be 16 but he looks like he's 20. The deeper we get into this film, the more is explained about Jacob and who he is, but also about Abby's past. I guess you could say there's a twist, but it's nothing that's going to blow you out of the water. Abby is obsessed with catching Jacob in the act, and she buys tons of hidden cameras to set up all around their home. The thing is, she never really catches him doing anything really bad. I mean, except for the mess up thing he does to his rat and his little tantrum he has. So the question is he as bad as she really thinks he is? Does he really plan on doing something horrible? To be honest, it's hard to answer that question with how the movie ends. The ending is really where I guess you could say it starts ramping up, takes a turn in a pretty interesting direction, and while I didn't really see it coming, it didn't really surprise me all that much. I will say if you're going to this movie thinking there's going to be some crazy ending or some shock value bloody scenes, you're not going to get this. Which I personally thought I was going to get going into this movie. In all, this movie deals with a bunch of family problems with kids and parents who are both unwell. I just wish the ending had a little bit better of a payoff. On a scary meter, this gets a 0 out of 10 because, I mean, it's a thriller, so it's not scary at all. On a bloody meter, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. I mean, there's like a slightly bloody scene, but it's really nothing that crazy. This is why I give M.O.M a 6.5 out of 10. If you guys like this review, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more, hit that follow button. And as always, thanks for watching.